Drift is what happens when small deviations go uncorrected. Behavior doesn't collapse overnight. It shifts slowly, quietly, incrementally. Standards don't disappear. They get negotiated. This is a principle from the Performance Doctrine. Behavioral shift is the slow movement away from intention. You said you would train 5 days. Now it's 4, then 3, then I'll start next week. It's not rebellion, it's erosion. Drift is not dramatic, it's subtle. This is how drift works. One late night, one skipped workout, one missed review, one rationalization. Individually, harmless. Collectively, directional. Direction is shaped by repetition, not by intention. Drift survives because it feels reasonable. You're tired. You've earned it. It's just one time. You'll make it up tomorrow. Drift doesn't argue. It whispers. And the more you listen to it, the quieter your standards become. There's something I observed repeatedly working with creative professionals. At their core, they value inspiration. They value the process. And when you're highly creative, analytics can feel restrictive. Data feels mechanical. Creativity feels alive. I've watched talented creatives immerse themselves completely in the creative process. Hours of refining, tweaking, perfecting. Energy is high. Enthusiasm is high. But checkpoints are low. And slowly, without realizing it, they drift. The original objective starts to blur. The target audience shifts. The market timing slips. They're still working. They're still creating. But they're no longer aligned. By the time the project is ready to release, it feels powerful internally, but disconnected externally. And that's the cost of creativity without inspection. Drift doesn't mean you stopped working. It means you stopped measuring. This is why inspection matters. Inspection catches deviation early. Without inspection, deviation compounds. Correction is cheap early. It's expensive late. Here's how drift actually works. It follows a pattern. Deviation leads to justification. Justification leads to repetition. And repetition leads to identity shift. You deviate once, not dramatically, just slightly. You skip, you delay, you compromise. It feels small. Then comes justification. You explain it, you rationalize it, you soften it. It's not that bad. You deserve it. You'll correct it later. Justification protects the behavior. Then repetition begins. What was once an exception becomes a pattern. And patterns shape direction. Direction is not shaped by intention. It's shaped by repetition. Then something subtle happens. The behavior stops feeling like drift. It starts feeling normal. And once something feels normal, you stop questioning it. That's when identity shifts. You don't think you're drifting anymore. You think, this is just who you are. Drift doesn't happen overnight. It updates you quietly. Drift cannot survive inspection, but it also cannot survive friction. Friction is anything that makes deviation uncomfortable. If drift is easy, it grows. If drift is costly, it shrinks. Friction means you miss a workout, you log it. You overspend, you record it. You skip a task, you review it that night. You don't punish yourself. You make deviation visible. When behavior becomes inconvenient, correction becomes natural. Drift grows in comfort. It dies in structure. And the only thing that prevents drift is execution integrity. Doing what you said you would do when you said you would do it. That's where discipline stops being emotional and starts becoming structural. Execution integrity protects your original standard, because the moment execution becomes negotiable, drift becomes inevitable.